Hey Pisces, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. Hope you guys have been doing well. This is going to serve for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Pisces from the 8th until the 14th of November. And just as I did in October, while I talk about the astrology for this particular week, I am going to create the placements for Pisces sun, rising, and moon, and I will read those details at the end of the standard reading this week, okay? So first I want to say thank you guys so much for tuning back in. I really appreciate your likes, your shares, your subscribes. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your emails, and I appreciate your bookings. Scorpio and Pisces, y'all are just helping me hold it down in lots of different ways. So thank you. I appreciate you, and I am very happy to be doing this work for you, okay? So this week, we have a lot of big energies that have been following us from a couple of previous months. And Monday and Tuesday belong to the energy of Capricorn. On the biggest energy that we have today, Monday, which will spill over just a little bit onto Tuesday, is this huge, huge, huge conjunction that we have with we're going to leave both. Okay. So is the huge conjunction we have with Venus in Capricorn within this Capricorn moon. And so I've explained it on some of the other signs. It's like mom and dad having an argument, and it's not very comfortable. What the outcome of the argument might be will probably be something that's pretty interesting, but it's not comfortable to hear it and feel it and be around it at that particular moment in time. And then on top of that, you have the square with Chiron and Aries. Wow, you guys are getting doubles today. The square with Chiron and Aries, we've been talking about that a lot. Chiron and Aries is forcing you to own your shit, and it is asking you to heal. It's asking you to heal from whatever it is that you have going on within that placement, right? So the other big thing, the energies that are popping up and will be with us the entire week, is the Mars placement within Scorpio, the Mercury placement within Scorpio. So Mars again is that more aggressive, pushy energy that some people feel. Mercury is that chatty Cathy energy that we always feel. We also still have hangers on when it comes to the whole Uranus energy with Taurus, which is about trying to make new things come into fruition, cycling of major types of generational things coming through to fruition. And then we also have Neptune in Pisces energy, which is that big airy fairy energy that a lot of people have. In one sense, it's all good, but when you have these squares and these oppositions and these conjunctions, they don't like to be in the same room together. It's like, who's going to get the first word? You know what I mean? And who gets the last word? That's part of the argument series that happens there. So those energies continue on with us for Monday and Tuesday, but on Tuesday we switch over into the sign of Aquarius. And so we switch into kind of like double water in a sense, which is good in one sense, or air energy. So that's good for, thought process. And now that stuff has bubbled up to the surface, forcing you to think about the thing that needs to happen next. And during the Scorpio season, it is change. What am I going to do with this information that I just found out? Whether it's about myself or whether it's about somebody else, what am I going to do with it? I need a minute to sit down and think about what all this information means for me so that I can, make the best move forward. So we do have some strong, pushy energy on Wednesday. I got to tell you, it's going to be pretty thick for people. It doesn't have to be affecting you, but it could be affecting other people. So it's nice to be aware of this, which is one of the reasons I like to do the astrology portion of it for you guys. So we have Mercury in Scorpio pushing against Mars in Scorpio on Wednesday. That is going to be a bugger of some information for people, okay? We also have a square with the energy of the moon in Aquarius with Mars and Scorpio. So Mars is really like fighting this week. Wednesday, it's trying to get the last word in there. It's not going to win though. We have also Mercury in a square. We also have Saturn in Aquarius popping in here, talking about how to expand those different ideas that we have and want. We also have Chiron in Aries again. We also have the Thank you. We also have the energy of Uranus in Taurus coming in to push and try to get, you know, that little momentum going. And then we also have the Mars Scorpio challenging again the Saturn Aquarius. That is a lot of energy on a Wednesday, you guys, you know. So it's really, really nice that whenever we have craziness going on within the heavens, we also have a little breaky break from the heavens too. So we get to the energy of the 11/11 culmination on Thursday. Big portal day, and you can use the energy of the portal starting now up through past. It'll be, I think, around to the 16th or 17th when we hit the Palladium lineup. So there's a lot of opportunity to like really clear the air and then ask the universe for what it is that you need from moving forward from those things that must change. Okay, so also on Thursday happens to be Veterans Day here in the United States. Oh, America. It also happens to be Remembrance Day in Canada. So there could be an opportunity for some people to take advantage of that a little bit longer if you happen to be observing that day, or your organization happens to be observing that day off of, you know, work that day. Children may be out of shul that day. Yes, I said shul or shul. I did it because it's funny. Anyway, drives my kids nuts when I do stuff like that. I don't care. The other thing is that, again, if you're out and about and you're doing things, just be aware that it could be extra people-y out there, and other people could be really feeling those types of vibes. So bubble up. Do whatever you have to do first thing in the morning before your feet hit the floor, and bubble up, okay? Now, the good thing about it on Thursday is that we've moved into transition. It'll be later in the evening, but we've transitioned finally into the sign of Pisces. Now, Friday... Now we have a little bit of calm. Friday, Saturday, and especially Sunday, we have a little bit of calm with the twin sisters, if you will. We have Scorpio water sign and then Pisces water sign actually working together to calm those same energies that I talked about earlier down. All the same energies, but they just happen to calm down the situation this particular week. I especially like Friday's energy, and I especially like Saturday's energy, because that moon in the Mars energy pushing against Scorpio gets calmed down a little bit, and it elevates kind of the details that have come up. So a lot of people are going to have a change in perspective. Very interestingly, this week, every sign I think has either had the Hangman, the Hierophant, or the High Priestess pop up with that level of additional knowledge that has been made available to you, or change of perspective, or the High Priestess sharing the detail that you needed to know about in order to do some final consideration. So it'd be funny to see which one shows up here for you guys, but that's kind of what's going on in the universe this particular week. When we get to the energy of Sunday, we will move into the moon sign of Aries. So we will have Aries kind of back with us, and then we will start, having a little bit more, now that we've been waterlogged a little bit, we'll have the ability to start to dry out just a little bit as well. And so that is another good reason that Sunday is going to be a really fantastic day. Okay, now that we have the placements organized, we're going to go ahead and get into the base part of the reading. As we always do, we start with the Sacred Geometry deck, and so that is what we've got going on here for you, my friends. All right, Pisces. Sun, Moon, and Rising Pisces from the 8th through the 14th. You want it to be that one, but it's also this one. You have two. Bloop. I'm not surprised at that because of where you're sitting in with the season. Ooh, these are big uns. Okay, my friends, so the first big one for me, and I've said it before, is the protection. We have the Raven card. Well, it's not the Raven card particularly, but it is the Raven. So it's protection, and it's safeguarding yourself. It's safeguarding your energy. It's safeguarding your principles. So the energetics of 44 is very, very important, okay? The other thing that we have here for you is Metatron's cube. So we have the energetics of the Akashic records here, okay? So there is information that is available to you. You can go in within your pantheon. Oops, what is wrong with me? You can go in within your pantheon and you can ask your team of people to help you bring down the information from your Akashic records that are important for you to know about. So what's beautiful about the Akashic records, it is the written record of everything you've done from every single lifetime and every single incarnation you've ever had. Didn't know that? Now you know. The beautiful thing about the Akashic records is it will show you the pain, but it will also show you the beauty. So if you don't want to know about the pain, you ask your pantheon of people to just share with you the learnings of that Akashic record. But whatever those learnings are that you get filtered down into yourself, you now have to do something with it. And so I don't mind hearing the old stuff. It helps me sometimes understand what's going on in this particular lifetime. I guess it just depends upon how gnarly the situation could have been for you. We're going to pull in our Whispers of Ganesha, because Ganesha is with us this particular week to help us destroy any obstacles. He's here with us for the rest of the month, actually. So as these situations bubble up and you need some help clearing them out, you absolutely can call on Ganesha. The most beautiful energy, you know, just sexy energy. This is not the first time this has popped out for people this week either. Personal transformation is what is on the table this week. My friends, this is going to be very, very important. This is a huge one. This has the likened energy to the Akashic records as well, with all of the galactic detail that's popping through here for you. So I will take a minute and I will read that. This week we are going to use the Thoth Tarot deck here, my big dogs, in order to put the messages down. I will clarify with the White Sage Tarot. I will also clarify with, if needed further, the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. We have 2 angel cards that are going to come out here this week. Thank you. There's Pluto. 2 different angel cards that are going to come out this week. And then, of course, we have a myriad of different details that are going to show up here. But because we had challenges last week, I am going to do it a little bit of an extended, and I'm going to do a couple of cards that gives me the energetics for what has been chasing you from this point, or from the past up into this particular energy of this particular week. Okay, there might be something that we're still dealing with from the past up until present, and that's just me being a little bit nosy, but maybe that helps you know that you are receiving a little bit more clarity for yourself this week. Very nice. This card has been in the reverse position a lot. I will explain that in just a little bit. Hello, gotcha, thank you. This is very nice. That is also very nice. Leave it sideways. We're in the middle of transitioning. This is fantastic. I love this. I love this. I love this. Okay. Saturday. I'm going to need you to pop out, please. Saturday. Ooh, and Sunday. Nice. My friends, this is going to be such a wonderful week. This is actually going to be such a wonderful week. Let's see what we have. Yes, and yes. Yep. Okay, so the reason this card is sideways is because you guys are in the middle, or you will be turning, like you're in the physical placement of turning. So these 2 cards that are at the end will turn when this one turns, and we will get into that in just a second. This is a really good reading. This is really about you being strong enough and finding energy in those things that you take pleasure in. Maybe some of it has to do with a person that you have been dealing with in the past that could be popping up for some of you, but some of you are really tapping into your guidance right now, and you are doing the work that is being asked of you at this particular moment, and that is really, really cool. We have the Judgment card. We have the Aeon here. This is Pluto. This is the Judgment card showing up for you on Monday today, where we have Pluto in its natural alignment, okay? On Tuesday, we have the Knight of Cups that is in the reverse position, so that's okay. This indicates a lot of the times the White Knight of the deck. So if the White Knight of the deck is not coming through, it just means that you're not receiving information from someone on this specific day. But I'm not mad at this, because the next day you get the Nine of Swords in the reverse position, which is releasing yourself from any cruelty cruelty, or anxiety. It can potentially have something to do with either you not feeling comfortable in delivering information to someone else, or it could potentially be another water sign that's coming in that you are feeling relief from not, you know, having to deal with this particular person, especially with Judgment showing up here, right? When we get to the energy of the 11-11 gateway on Thursday, we have the Four of Pentacles. We have power that shows up here. That is meaning that you have everything that you need. The Sun in Capricorn, duty, diligence, physical structure, like feeling strong in your environment. This financial situation that could potentially be popping up for some of you within this transformation could be that you might need to pay attention to spreading a little bit of wealth somewhere, because the Four of Pentacles usually means that you are strong in personal, you've got what you need. You may not have everything that you want, but you have what you need. And the challenge with that sometimes is it can block your heart chakra if you are not opening up in order to process and share resources back and forth, those different types of things. I think that you're switching that mindset, because you have the Five of Pentacles in the sideways position. So if you are having a concern when it comes to resources, you are shifting out of that process. And here's what we have on Saturday. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse position. That's clarity. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune that shows up in the reverse position. But this is actually showing up on the day that it's supposed to show up, with Saturn in Aquarius, as it is meeting the moon in Aries on this particular day. Having had said that, like I said, as soon as this energy completely shifts, then these shift as well. So you're looking at some new things showing up for you next week. We will clarify all of these cards here in just a second. I want to know what was going on up until this point with our Pisces, and what are we really focusing on this week. The Hermit, Virgo energy, going within, seeking information, trying to figure something out. We have the Emperor in the reverse position. No, we don't. That's the Magician. We have the Magician in the reverse position. So you weren't manifesting, and you were focused on trying to get details out. Queen of Coins, center, being stable. We have the Strength card, Leo energy. Did I have another flipper that is in here? Being stable, feeling stable in finance or resources, making good decisions. The Strength card is also healing from a particular situation as well. So if you were going through a struggle with finance or some other type of resource, then what the Eight of Swords is saying that, yeah, you were resisting a little bit last week, trying to make a decision, potentially trying to get you out of it. But the Scorpio season is what's here to help you. The Death card in the reverse position means that you are getting to the point where you're about ready to release that, because when the Death card is in the reverse position, it's a little bit of resistance to change to the thing that's necessary for you. Okay, so that's a lot of big energy from the previous week up until now. Four major arcana: the Hermit, the Magician in reverse, the Strength card, and the Death card. Yeah, that is why these big energies are here for you this particular week. Thank you, universe, for giving me some additional detail here for our Pisces. So you have two capping the situation, two major arcana. You've got Pluto, you've got the Judgment card, and you have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position. If you didn't get it from last week, you need to make a change. You need to make some sort of a shift in order for this Wheel of Fortune and this clarity to show up for you this week. And if it has to do with finance, let's get into the details of it for you. Okay, here we go. I gotta stop saying finance, and I need to change the word to resource. My angels keep saying, stop saying money and say resources. Because money is not the only resource that's out there that people need. It's other people's time, effort, ability, whatever. Sorry. Here we go. The Aeon. Let's talk about why the Judgment card is here for my friends. What is going on here for my friends? Well, right away we got the Seven of Swords, and then we have the Devil card, Capricorn energy. So a lot of huge placements taking to me, this is placement energy more so than it is anything else. Although there is definitely a release or a release of whatever has been holding you back as far as decision making. In one sense, the Devil is being addressed here as the opportunity to reveal what that is. But again, it is placement for me as well, with Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto, Capricorn, Pluto, Capricorn. Okay. But the Seven of Swords in the reverse position is like there's no holds barred. Yep, Tower in the reverse position. So there's an opportunity here to really clear. Yeah, there's an acceptance of something. So the Four of Cups in the reverse position definitely means that there has been an acceptance of something. Now, it can be a work. It could have been that someone was offering you a position. Judgment in itself means being ready to be ready to be ready to receive something. Second opportunities, if you will, just like the World card does. But it is rebirth, and it is change, and it is shift. So even if it's not a physical job or something like that that was offered to you, the universe gave you something and you were able to do something with it, therefore making a positive judgment against something else. Now, I also want you to understand that the Tower card also is Mars. So that is assertion and drive into something. So if someone in the past was being a little bit aggressive, or maybe you weren't being aggressive enough, it is definitely being addressed in the cards, in the astrology for what is happening this week. What I get out of this more so than anything else is that if you were offered something, whoever offered you something was being completely clear, concise, honest, nothing to hide, no protections necessary with this particular level of energy. But, you know, it's an honest energy. And for some of you, accepting this situation is helping you to avoid a future Tower moment. An unnecessary surprise is the word that I'm going to use here. They said take an Oracle of the Radiant Sun, so that's what I'm going to do. Sorry, shuffle. I'm going to shuffle. There's a bunch of energy going on here. Because I have 4 major arcana that are sitting there. Okay, and I understand what it's saying, but there's maybe another way for me to explain it to other people. So let's just go there. Dankeschön. Yes. Okay. Showing up this weekend for you. The Aquarius energy in the Saturn momentum is going to help you rid yourself of anything that is over eccentric. Okay, so this weekend, that's why this shift is happening. That's what they want me to tell you about. Slow your roll. You definitely have idealistic things about what need to happen. You are definitely trying to move forward with your different levels of discovery, but you have to not be very, very impulsive. So what they're asking you to do, slow your roll. Make sure that you understand that what's being given to you is a gift, but you can't just like for instance, if you were to like pop into like $10,000, don't go and spend $10,000 somewhere right away. Like sit down, think about what that would mean to you. And I'm not saying that at all here. I'm just saying, don't be impulsive. Discover what it is that you can do and have some high expectation for you. You have a lot of Aquarian energy that is in here. The Sun in Aquarius, and you also have Sagittarius. So that is the pushing forward momentum that we have. But Mars is telling you to not be overly aggressive or impulsive when we get to this weekend. Keep that in mind. Wheel of Fortune shows up on the day that it says it's supposed to show up here for me. Okay, so watch your P's and Q's up until this week. Let's get into it. What is going on with this Knight of Cups energy on Tuesday? The Strength card in the upright. That is chasing you from last week. Strength card, Leo energy, healing energy, taming something. Okay. We also have the energy of the Page of Cups, which is offering of something new. That is interesting to me. We're going to take all of them. So, if it's... Okay, we'll start off again. So, it has something to do with this Four of Pentacles that's getting ready to show up here. We have Holding your strength against someone that's trying to provide you with something new versus someone old. So this is the energy of two people that's here. One of these energies could be you. It both could be you. It could be you coming off of your high horse, in a sense, and I mean that like literally, you coming off of your high horse, getting the strength, taming the beast, and then honoring something that is going to be new coming in with regards to the Four of Pentacles, with regards to making a decision, with regards to walking away with something. That is what we have here. With the Eight of Cups being in the reverse position, this is definitely reconsidering something. So you haven't made the decision because it's like, ooh, let me make sure that I crossed all T's and I dotted all I's. It's not bad. It doesn't matter which order I put them in. There's definitely a reconsideration when it comes to the Four of Pentacles, or this level of stability and a decision that's going to be rendered when it comes to at least the energetics of Tuesday, which puts you in a good position on Wednesday with this Nine of Swords being in the reverse position. Okay, King of Wands in the reverse position, Queen of Cups in the upright position. So we definitely have an opposition between fire and water here. Water winning out. Intuition. Woo. Okay, so we have the lovers showing up in the reverse position. We have, I get it, the Nine of Swords capping this off. So what's going on here is you are making a strong decision about something that you want to do going forward. You're going to have a lot of consideration to do on Wednesday. Whoever this King of Wands energy is for you, you are putting them to the background a little bit. So usually the King of Wands means a lot of entrepreneurial energy. It is that optimism energy that we were talking about before. The the discovery energy that we were talking about with the Sagittarius, this fire energy, talking about this idealism or something else that needs to come forward. This person is going to, or the energy of this person is really taking a step backwards, which is necessary. Again, the energy of this person is someone that it's the king. He is very adventurous. He wants to do all the things, but he can also be a real jackass. So if that energy is pulling back a little bit, then there's that second level of reconsideration, just like that Eight of Cups in the reverse from the previous day. This Queen of Cups absolutely is you, knowing, like having the energy and the foresight to know that something is going on, and you're really tapping into your intuition here. The Lovers in the reverse position is a strong decision that had to be made, and usually when the decision has to be made, and it's sitting right underneath this King of Wands, if you were in a relationship of some sort, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but whatever this relationship was, there was a strong decision that had to be made here because it's affecting your future. The Fool energy, my friends, as we've talked about, is the energy of Uranus, okay, wanting something to come forward. So the placement on that day is here as well from the stars. Uranus and Taurus energy coming in is the energy of, I want to do something new. There's a generational change that's getting ready to happen. The Taurus pairing has something to do with what's going to be tangible, touchable, structure-wise for you, okay? But the challenge that we're having with it on this particular day is the moon in Aquarius. So it's the highlighting of the thinking that has to be done here. Whatever it is, you're definitely going to be able to drop that. So whatever decision needs to be made and rendered on this particular day, Wednesday, you're going to feel completely comfortable at the end of the day with the decision that's made. Okay? Now, when we move to the energy of 11/11 on Thursday, what we have here is, what do we got? What do we got? The Sun in Capricorn energy just showing up here. Seven of Cups, a decision, many options being made, or many decisions being presented to you at this particular moment. Seven of Cups, a lot of options being made available to you. Ooh, there she is. I knew she was going to come somewhere. 11/11, Four of Wands. Happy home, happy work life, joy, 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 joy. 11/11. The High Priestess wants you to pay attention. Queen of Wands now shows up. This is the feminine version of the King. The Queen of Wands is my favorite. You guys know, if you watch me, that she's my favorite queen, because not only does she know her value, she's strong enough in knowing who she is. Whether you're male or female, that doesn't really matter, but she's strong enough in her feminine creation energy. I know who I am. I know what I want. I got the resources that I need. I can pull the people together to help me create this thing. And she's willing to roll her sleeves up and jump into the damn thing too. My favorite strong queen. Talking about this Nine of Cups moment. What I want to make me happy. Okay? Nine of Cups, having all the things. So there's some strong choices that are getting ready to come up with you within this day. So I'm going to take another card here. I guess I'm taking 3. All right. This is another day for you to realize that Mercury in Aquarius, there's something that you do that nobody else does. You have a special way of doing something. And Mercury is talking to Aquarius on this day about it. Whatever is going on here, you have the Mars energy, and you also have Leo energy. Now, they're in both the reverse position. So whatever decision has to go on, this is a day for you to be less public about it. And this is a day for you to be in your power and watch who's the authority of the particular situation on this day. You be in your strong power with what needs to happen. That's what the universe is trying to tell you about. You be in control. These are some strong, powerful cards on this particular day. The 4-4 energy, the 9-9-9 energy that we have here. This is some strong energy. Like, you have all of the 4s. Well, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 4, 4, 4. Whatever's going on here, you definitely need, I would say, to protect your values. Whatever that means for you, that's what the universe is saying, because you're going to have a lot of different options made available to you. They're all yours, but just start with one, right? Start with one. Wow, this is going to be a very powerful week for you guys as well. So again, whatever it is that you're doing, you are shifting, because the energy of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all have to do with this situation that shows up here for you. And I gotta tell you, you're strong enough to do this. There's so much power that is in this one. What do we got on this 5 of Pentacles in transition? 2 of Pentacles in reverse, dropping something or making another decision. All of the decision cards are in their reverse position. The 2 of Wands, the Lovers, and the 2 of Pentacles that are showing up here. There's decisions that are being made. We have the 8 of Pentacles. So something working. The 8 of Pentacles having to do with work, becoming the master of your craft, continuing to grind, do the day-to-day details, that type of a thing. Are you considering changing workplace or a project? Are you considering not working on something anymore? Could it be relationship based? Hold on. I want one card at a time. What is this? It's this one here. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse position. So you have both knights in the reverse position. That is very, very interesting to me. This is the energy of I don't need anybody's help. That's what this is right here. I don't need him. I don't need her. That's the energy that we have here. What's going on? Give me one more on the Knight of Pentacles here. Got it. Okay, and they're also giving me some information. Yeah, you're going to get rid of that energy. Whatever it is that needs to be killed to death, you're doing it. Okay? This is the central energy of what's going on in this pile here. Because again, whenever you finish and kill this off and realize that whatever is old and dead is done and it needs to be buried is gone, then that's when this card shifts a little bit. And the decision that you've made takes you out of this worry. And it has something to do with the strong decision that you've made. And it does talk about success when it comes to allowing this cosmic Amazon driver, who is the Knight of Pentacles, to actually show up. So what happens is, and I tell you guys a lot, when you're manifesting You just have to bless the manifestation. You can't focus on it all day long, every single day, because you need to be doing other things so that the path is clear for that cosmic Amazon driver, which is the Knight of Pentacles, to show up and deliver you what it is that you asked for. Okay? So you've got to allow the space by doing other things and keeping busy. Again, when you finish this, because this starts over again, you're at the end, the 10, at the end of the cycle, you start the new cycle with the Ace of Swords. So let's just go ahead and see what we've got going on with this Ace of Swords. Oops, wrong deck. Sorry. The Hangman. Wow, you got two of them. You are going to have gone into some sort of, yeah, you're in the transition. This is going to show up for you, resting. And there it is, the Wheel of Fortune. What you need is going to show up to you once you start making this decision here. The clarity that you need for the proper right next step and how to wield this Ace of Swords, this clarity that kind of comes forward here, is going to show up. So the Wheel of Fortune will turn in your favor. Jupiter is here to help you with this, and he's showing up on the right placement here. Let's get me this Wheel of Fortune on Sunday and what else we can look forward to. There's the Judgment card in the reverse position. I told you it had something to do with what was going on here on Monday. Judgment card in the reverse. You will have made a decision again at that point. 5 of Swords. Standing up for yourself if you really need to stand up for yourself. Again, the only thing I tell people is stand up for yourself if you need to, but just kind of watch your energy. How much energy are you willing to put out there? Because you'll win the battle, but at what cost to yourself? Just be cautious. Say it nicely if you can. Okay? Tell someone to F off in the nicest way that you can. But I suppose if you don't have to, you don't have to. I mean, you know, I'm just saying. Just be mindful of this person. There he is. Wow, you got all of them in this one, my friend. The Hierophant. You will have definitely learned whatever this is. So the Hierophant comes in talking to us about 3 or 4 different main energies. One, it is the energy of Taurus, the major arcana for Taurus. But the Hierophant comes in and talks to us about higher learning, second opportunities for that higher learning. It does talk about organization, like big organizations, like work organizations, like bigger places. It also means places of worship, or going within. It also means, again, learning lesson, wisdom, and being able now to take the wisdom that you've learned, because now that you've learned something, now it's time for you to potentially be able to teach somebody else. But it does tell you that there's higher wisdom and learning. For some of you, from a spiritual perspective, what I can tell you for sure is that you are up-leveling in your ascension process, if you want to call it that. Absolutely. So the bottom of the bottom of the base is that you are strong enough to do whatever it is that this decision is for you this particular week as well. Who else had that? Because I wonder maybe if Aries and Leo. So both Aries and Leo had very similar messages. I'm just saying, if you're dealing with the Leo, or if you have Aries or Leo in your chart, then these readings are very, very similar in outcome. But let's go ahead and finish off yours, okay? Because again, that's what the season is about. It's a really good reading for forward momentum and earning and owning your shit. I like it. Okay, my friends, let us move into the additional messages. They want me to actually pull an angel card first, so I will pull your angel card first, and then I will go into the placements. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Pisces. What the? All of them? No. Okay. I said nope. Okay, one more time for the people in the back row. Thank you. 2 of them. Got it. Ooh. These are strong. These are not the same cards that came out before. Firstly, it's possible that one or more of you is already tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and is already receiving different spirit information. So if you are communing with those on the other side, like I do, you must go into bubble up protection mode. You must do it, okay? That you can't not do it. So you have an energy of a loved one in heaven that is trying to get your attention as well. So your pantheon of people doesn't have to be necessarily an angel. It doesn't necessarily have to be a fairy. It doesn't necessarily have to be any of the gods and goddesses that are coming up out of those different areas. It could very simply just be that you have a loved one that's crossed over that's really trying to get your attention and help you with the situation as well, okay? So just know that that is a potential. Now, some of you really are akin to the animal kingdom, and your spirit animal is making itself known to you as well as far as a form of protection, okay? So that is something that we'll talk about here in just a minute. The other card they want me to pull out is the angel guidance. Super quick. Healing energy. Double meaning. You personally might need to go and get a healing at some point this week, whether it's massage, acupuncture, maybe you need to get a reading. Some sort of healing needs to happen for you this particular week to help you go through this process that you're going through, and just do it. Just take that energetic healing that you could get from somebody else to do it. Some of you also are, like I said before, energetic healers, and there is a second opportunity for you to bubble up, protect yourself, because, you know, you are also going through a personal transformation, and you can't give healing to anyone else unless you are healed and protected, so that you are being very clear vessel for them as well. I think we already know that, but they wanted me to say that, so there you go. Okay, so we're going to put these little dudes here like that. Now we're going to go into the additional cards for you guys here. If you are a Pisces sun sign, you have two different cards. These are important. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Yep. You have two main cards that are coming out here. You have two. So this is really about that Four of Wands energy that we talked about, because you have the fourth house, which literally is your roots. That's your physical house. And we have Jupiter coming in talking to you about abundance. So some of you have some very strong energy towards what's going on in your home or your business life, even though it says roots, because roots for many people are working from home. It can be office or it can be home. There's big changes that are happening, and that is the most important thing for you. The other thing that pops up here as the most important signal for you is this Ace of Swords. Clarity. Clarity. How are you going to use this information that comes available towards you this week? Okay. That's the change that happens here on Saturday. This is going to be the most important day of the week for you, as you are now going to be in your full power on this day. All right. You also have Orbs of Light. And so if you've never seen spirit in the flesh, then it starts for most people with actually seeing little orbs of light. You're not making it up. That's not your eyes being crazy. You are seeing the flecks of high energy spirit. It could be fairies, could be angels, could be your crossed over loved ones, could be your spirit guides starting to make themselves known to you. So you are not making it up. What you are being asked to do from the universe is reflect this week. Reflect on how far you've come, reflect upon where it is that you want to go, and give yourself some credit for it. And then we have Archangel Hamaya, who is coming forward, and he wants you to know you need to watch your thoughts, because there's a possibility that you are going to be pushed into doing something that is not normally you, and you might be making a decision this week, if you're not very careful, that could be, you know, creating a little kerfluffle for you this week as well. Don't get yourself caught up into a situation that is going to be stupid, is basically what he's saying. You know what I mean? It's not you. It's not your standard personality. Please make sure that you're bubbling up this week, okay? Don't let the little negatives out there, the little energy vampires, hook onto you and create something. This is all about the shift for you for this particular weekend, okay? Now, if you are a Pisces rising, you also have two cards. Yeah. This is about, again, clarity. This is absolutely about clarity. So the energy of Mercury this week being in the environment, showing up with this change, this lunar eclipse energy, this moon energy that shows up here, is about clarity of what's going on in your thought process. And it's very, very important that you figure out what that is and remain clear. Part of this has to do with your life path, what it is that you are here to do on this planet, this earth walk. Okay? Definitely know that you have a lot of support from spirit. Okay? And the energetics that are most important for you this week is the energy that shows up here today, Monday. It's the Seven of Swords. Okay? The Seven of Swords is the critical factor for what's going to happen for you this particular week that showed up here today. So the Seven of Swords for a lot of people means a couple of different things. And what it means ultimately is that someone wants something so bad that they're protecting it very, very tightly. And some people view that as being sneaky, underhanded, dogged, whatever the case may be. It doesn't always have to mean that. It does mean that you're willing to protect something very, very fiercely. And when you're ready to reveal the situation, that's when you put the Seven Swords down. Okay? Because it's the highest minor arcana wish card that's out there. Now, the archangel that we have stepping forward for you guys this week is very interesting to me. You actually have Archangel Barbiel. So guess what? You actually have your... No, we don't. Is that Barbiel? Yeah, that's Barbiel. Sorry. We have Archangel Barbiel that is stepping forward. Now, Barbiel is the angel of Scorpio. All Scorpio born. So all Scorpio related matters. It's about change and transformation for this particular week for you. Okay, that's exactly what is going on. All right. Now, if you are a Pisces moon sign, then these are your additional messages. Firstly, we have part of fortune or increase, that wheel of fortune that wants to come through. Okay, this is what's going on for you. This part of fortune, this increase, this is something that you want is here for you. You're being asked to pay attention and notice predictable rhythms. Who around you creates the energy, and what around you actually sparks these beautiful things that are showing up for you. Now, this is the energy for you this week. It is the King of Pentacles or the King of Coins, okay? This week, he wants to show up. It has a lot to do with what this transition is on this particular Wednesday. This is Friday. So whatever's going on in this Friday, this is about long-term security. All right, he wants to show up. The Knight of Pentacles is the one that is really trying to turn the corner, but the Page of Coins wants to make sure that you have what it is that he said, you know, you guys had an agreement with, right? The universe saying, I'll continue to give it to you. Can you give me some space to make sure that I can come in? Four of Coins. All right, long-term success. You have Archangel Zuriel, Libra energy, balance energy. You've got to balance your energy about whatever is going on this particular week as well. Okay? And you get the fourth ray of harmony. Now I'm going to pull out the additional archangel that's assigned with this fourth ray. I think it's, well, let me just confirm. Let us confirm with the right book who it is that we're talking about here with this fourth ray of harmony. Doodly-doo. Yeah, it's Gabriel. Communication. Archangel Gabriel, the fourth ray of harmony, comes to you now with the qualities of beauty, harmony, and balance. It empowers you to complete a spiritual initiation, and any conflict you experience now serves your divine purpose. Archangel Gabriel helps you to receive the blessing of the fourth ray of harmony now. That's wonderful. You can't make up the way that the cards come together for you guys. Personal transformation. I'm going to read Ganesha really, really quickly for you. Personal transformation, utilizing Scorpio season. Yeah, it says your higher self, your soul, is assisting you with creating changes to align you with your life's purpose. If you have a strong desire to obtain or experience again a sense of meaning, inspiration, or purpose for your life, this is the time in which you are making those necessary adjustments. Ooh. Awesome. And when we get towards our sacred geometry cards, I'm already going to tell you right now, we talked about this 1500 ways from Sunday, bubbling up your protection, raven energy, using all of the black crystals if you need to use a black crystal, black kyanite, black tourmaline, black onyx, any of those types of things to help you protect your aura and your energy. Look, went right to the page. Jet is also another one. You can also use labradorite because that's a very protective stone as well, and bronzite if you happen to have it. I actually don't think I have any bronzite. Note to self, buy some bronzite. But I have tons of all of the other stuff that's there. And what we've got here is the mantra, if you want to use it, is I am protected from negative energy and ill harm. I am protected from negative energy and ill harm. There's a lot of different ways to protect yourself, but the best way is through intention and placing the etheric grid and your physical and auric fields together. And that is what I mean by bubbling up your physical self, bubbling up your etheric field, your aura, okay, so that not even anybody can come close to it. And you can also create a grid that will work in your home or your office with intention as well. You can use the energy here of this is what they call the pentagram, okay? So it is the star with the circle of protection or the circle of light around it, just so you know. It's not negative, it has nothing to do with anything evil, and that little effer from the 40s who like screwed all this gorgeous energy up, oh, just pisses me off, because it's a gorgeous, beautiful energy. And you know why that, okay, I'm going off on a tangent, I'm sorry. He took something that was really beautiful and he fucked it up for a lot of people. I'm really sorry to say that. Moving forward, let's go into number 15, which is the energy of Metatron's cube here, which is another huge, big protective symbol as well. Okay. Every cell within my body has now awakened to the sacred geometry that has laid dormant within me. And I can access the Akashic records of ancient civilizations. Oh, there you go. Okay. This right here. All right. It is one of the most important patterns because it holds within it the map or the blueprint of creation itself. Within this sacred geometry are all 5 platonic solids, okay? So if you're ready to activate the sacred geometry that lies within your actual physical body itself, then this is one of the ones that you need to have, okay? It's time to delve into the sacred knowledge of the ancient civilizations and the Akashic records to create the energetic shifts that will allow you to enhance your personal life path and all who cross your path awareness, okay? So you can use any set of the platonic solids if you want to meditate on this. You can also use a crystal Merkaba or Merkaba. You can also use the stones called Danburite and also Morganite. Those are really strong crystals that will help you get into this like deep, deep, deep sense. Whew, Pisces, this is going to be so awesome for you this week. So whether you are a Pisces sun, rising, or a moon, I really hope that you got a lot of decent information out of this particular reading. If you did, help me out, throw it out a like. You can share this out to somebody else. You can comment below. Those are the easiest free ways to support the channel. If you are looking for a personal reading or would like to continue to email me, those details are in the description box below. Now, if you didn't get everything out of this one, that's fine, but make sure that you're taking a look at your sun, your rising, your moon, and your north node. And with that, I want to say many, many, many blessings, and we will talk to you guys next week. Bye for now.